It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
This right here is Car Con Carne. Car Con Carne is a Q101 podcast. I'm James Van Alstyne, and Car Con Carne is sponsored by Easy Automation, easy-automation.net. If you're looking to transform your home, your business, your office, maybe you own a restaurant or a club, turn those places into smart, seamlessly connected spaces, you need to talk to my guy, Dan. Dan has been doing this for years. He and his team, they will get you all wired up so that you can control everything, lighting, sound, climate, all through one handy, convenient app. Easy-automation is the place to go for a hassle-free, free quote. This will transform your life. Easy-automation.net. Busy Beaver Buttons and Merch is an independent business that's built a lot of big ideas around a relatively small thing. Buttons. To date, they've made a stunning 63 million buttons. That's a lot of buttons.
That's a lot of buttons.
That's a lot of buttons. Busy Beaver is celebrating its 30th anniversary with a party at Color Club on Saturday, September 13th. I'm joined by owner. Did I say joined or joined? I meant joined. I'm joined.
I think joined, you said.
Okay. Joined by owner Kristen Carter. Busy Beaver, easy for me to say, Busy Beaver Buttons and Merch 30th anniversary party. Hot damn, DAM.
Mm-hmm.
We're 30.
Beavers.
I love a bit homophone. I love play on words. Yeah. Now at this event, performances by Sharp Pins doing a Guided by Voices said first client.
Guided by Voices, their first client, yes.
Amazing. The Hentchmen from Detroit. There will be a sing-along with Amelia from Lula Cafe.
Yeah.
I love that.
Amalea,
okay.
No.
And
yeah. She also goes by Leah.
from Lula Cafe, there will be a sing-along. DJ set by Essential Logic. Also 40-plus double Dutch. This is a jump rope club?
Yeah. It's women over 40 doing double Dutch.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, they're going to show us how they do it, and then they'll let us do it. They'll show us how to.
If I go, I'm scared to do that. And am I allowed? I'm over 40, but I'm not a woman.
Yeah, no, you can. It's for everybody.
Okay, perfect. Also, button making, which seems you'd have to have that. And cocktails. That's an event right there.
Yep, we got an event.
Fun little space. Hot damn, we're 30. I am here at HQ. Busy Beaver HQ.
What we call the dam.
The dam. This is a lovely place. And I mean, it's not like you're keeping it hidden on Armitage. The storefront is vibrant. You have right behind us just a fraction of the museum. You curated and built. I mean, buttons through history. I took some quick footage of it, but I guess let's start there because it's so cool. It's the first thing I saw when I walked in.
Yeah.
You started the museum 10 years ago?
Yeah, about 15 years ago. Yeah, we it's a 501c3, so it's like a separate entity from Busy Beaver. And it's so much fun. I mean, there's 60,000 in that collection. And, the goal is to tell as much American history as possible through pinback buttons. So it's like an endless pursuit,
So I'm assuming you have all this like on a spreadsheet somewhere. When you say 60,000, like to catalog all that stuff.
Yeah. There's, it's all cataloged. Everything that we have, like we have 10,000 cataloged of the 60,000. So we got some work to do, but it's fun that it'll never end.
I love it. As a collector, as a fan of history, like it's fascinating to walk up and down this aisle. I mean, there you've got everything separated by category. So there's music.
We've got music.
Politics, entertainment. So what is it? Why buttons?
Well, okay, so why buttons? For me, I just love the idea of distilling a really big idea into a small, like shareable space. So, and creating community from that space. So one of the first things I ever bought with my own money was a Snoopy button. So it's Snoopy and Woodstock on it. And I was very excited. I was able to buy it with my babysitting money, and I was able to kind of feel like I was part of Snoopy, and the whole Peanuts gang. So I don't know, just like there was an inclusion that I felt. And then once I discovered like punk rock, I was like, I'm wearing all my punk rock, but it's like my very first punk rock button was X for X, the band.
Love X, the band.
Yeah. So, and then, the college radio stations near me had buttons too. So I got to wear those and Yeah, it was fun. It was trying to find my people because I was in a small town and didn't really have, I was trying to find people who might have like similar interests. So.
That's right. Do you still have the Snoopy button?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I can show it to you.
That's amazing. I wish I'd kept a lot of the stuff I collected as a kid.
Yeah.
I think so many of us, and I'm sure you see that with building the Button Museum, just like people getting rid of stuff and going to a better home.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like, it's good to pass things along. It's like it's the flow of items sort of that just like we appreciate what people have given us, too. So.
And I was looking at some of the conversation pieces you have. I'm not going to ask what the most valuable is, but I'm going to ask what the most treasured one you have.
Oh, most treasured button in the museum that I have? I mean, it probably could be that Snoopy one. We do have a button for the very first order for Guided by Voices in there, which is obviously really important to me.
It's like when you go to a diner and they've got their first dollar bill hanging on the wall.
Yeah, I took a photocopy of the check, and it's got to be somewhere, but in the same vein of that. But yeah, I have some that are like really nice gifts that my friend Ted, who I wrote the book with, gave me.
And that book is right in front of me, Button Power. Gorgeous collection and just its history.
Yeah, it's history and it's, visual, it's like design, messaging, things that you might remember, things that you might not have ever known about.
I opened right to the page with Mr. T, Morris the Cat for President, and Avoid the Noid. Welcome to the 1980s.
Yeah, VHS tape.
Yeah, this is history. This is nostalgia, history, all of it.
Mm-hmm. So much to know, so much information.
So that's available. You can get that
anywhere.
Love it.
Yeah.
How did it take to put that together? How did you have time to work on that, given all of what I'm looking at here?
Yeah, I mean, it took me 10 years, and it was like a lot of work, especially not knowing how to get something like this together. I had so much trial and error, so many like finding files, losing files, But by the time, like 5 years into it, I asked my friend Ted to do the book with me because he's in his 80s now, and he had been collecting buttons since he was a teenager. So he has a big collection too. So most of the buttons in the book are from his collection and my collection. And then we like asked a few big collectors, like when we had spots that we wanted to fill, we asked them if we could go look at some of the stuff they had too. So 30 years. I mean, this started as any small DIY business does. It started humble beginnings. Mm-hmm. You just was it out of your dorm? Yeah, it's out of like my apartment in college. Yeah, it's like.
Was this ever the goal?
No, I mean, in fact, when I always wanted to work for like a magazine, like a fashion magazine. And then I discovered feminism. And I was like, oh, shoot, this kind of spoils my whole plan in a good way. And then, but I really like production. I like making things. So that is one thing that worked out. But I also really, like, it was 1995 and I was in a punk band, and being part of the DIY scene at that time was important to me. Sure. It was so much fun, and we put out records and all this stuff. But it was, so I kind of already had, I had a record collection, so I got the button machine, which is a whole little story because it was before the internet had these.
You couldn't look on YouTube, like, how do I make buttons?
No.
Bulk.
No, you'd have to go to the library, look at the Thomas Registry, write down phone numbers, go home, call long distance. And then it took me a long time because no one was really making, because I really wanted to make the 1-inch like punk standard, like typical punk button. And so it took a long time. And by the time I found a machine, everyone was like, no one makes 1-inch machines anymore. And I'm like, all right. By the time I found one, they didn't have a matching cutter because you have to cut the paper that you print on. So then that was a whole other search, like trying to find a 1-inch cutter. It was kind of fun too. And that's actually where I discovered Ted's book, Ted, who I wrote the book with, his book on collectible buttons. So he's written many collectors' books. This is his first like coffee table book.
So 30 years in, I mean, I think I'm going to paraphrase it. The secret to being a successful business person is finding something no one else is doing and do it really well. I think that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, and we were really early direct to customer. Before a lot of promotional items went through distributors.
Yeah, right.
And so we were just going straight to the customer. So when people would, because it was always $25 for 100, and in the spirit of Discord Records, there was no extra postage. It was just this is what you pay, and which was not also happening in other promotional products, because there's setup fee, color matching, whatever. So it was a different way of doing things. And then there came some other button companies after, like Busy Beaver, and they just took our same pricing. I'm like, I had no idea what I was doing when I came with their pricing, but then it became sort of a industry standard,
On that note, I mean, no company, no business person becomes successful without mistakes, fucking up along the way. Mm-hmm. Were there any oh crap moments?
Yeah, I mean, it usually has to do with technology for me. So we had a website go real south, a website launch. So that was the thing where it cost so much, we lost so much in sales, and then it cost so much to redo it all over again, and time. So luckily we had some really big orders kind of, we've gotten really lucky. When something major like that happens, we get a big customer that does this big thing. And so we survived it, but it was really frustrating, and I just didn't, know what to do, because I'm not very tech savvy, and it's hard to know, to truly know if people understand what you're trying to do, and if this will solve it, because,
Thinking about you in your dorm room, figuring this out, it was just you. You have 20 people working?
Yep, there's 20. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's great. It's such a great crew, too. I mean, everybody's so creative. Everyone cares so much. It's really like a dream, and I don't know, I just feel really lucky, because the crew just gets along so well. And I don't know, I just the fact that these brains and these minds and hearts are on buttons and spreading messages through buttons is I don't know, just feels really I feel it's an honor, and it's special.
Oh, sure. When you get those big client requests or orders, whether it's the DNC back Questlove, I'm sure that's exciting for the staff. Hey, we're doing stuff to support this organization, like the Museum of Contemporary Art, a field museum.
Yeah, and Planned Parenthood, we love doing Planned Parenthood stuff. It's near and dear to our hearts. And yeah, you never know who comes through. I don't know if you know who Lawrence Weiner is, but he was the grandfather of conceptual art. And okay. I didn't know who he was. And then somebody who was working here is an artist and was like, oh my God, So it hits a lot of buttons. We're a hub for a lot of people, different types of organizations trying to spread a message, So it's you never, it's such a huge variety of types of organizations that use buttons for that.
And it's important to bring up, because I think a lot of people, and I think probably myself at one point, just assumed that this type of business is really just for bands.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was for a really long time, and there'd be occasional small business that would place an order, but pretty much, I mean, we still do a lot of band buttons, but we do a lot for nonprofits and museums and libraries and, small business, a lot of retail customers, illustrators. And
are there limits on either end, small order, large order? That
50 is our smallest, which we keep that even though it's not a moneymaker, just to keep it kind of DIY and people can do it. And I don't know. I mean, we've done a million piece order before, and that was one that happened when our website went down. So luckily we got but we'll make 4 million buttons in a year. So
it's a staggering number
these days. Yeah.
I mean, when I walked in just before 7:00. There was someone pressing buttons. Hi, is this a 9 to 5, 9 to 9 business?
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly a 9 to 6 business. It's a little staggered between the front of the office and production, but yeah, but we can be flexible. So there's someone who's going to come soon who just had a kid and is like, comes after the kid's asleep, you know?
Oh, that's a gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being able to have that flexibility.
Yeah.
So, okay, on that note, what kind of boss are you?
Oh,
Have you grown through the years? Have you?
Yes, I have. Like I always can think of ways that I want to be that I'm not, you know. But you know, what kind of boss am I? I'm the kind of boss that likes to have other people managing people, you know.
So you focus on the big picture and
Yeah.
granular stuff per se.
Yeah, and I like the creative side of the business. So, and I like the financial side too. So I like coming up with
That's right,
ideas.
right brain and left brain.
Yeah, I like combining them and, you know, looking at numbers to make decisions and stuff like that. So, but my favorite stuff is really like stuff like this. I love talking to people about buttons or about what we're doing, because we, you know, our big COVID pivot was stickers. We were starting to do that a little because so many people were asking us to make stickers. And then during the pandemic, no one was ordering buttons because there weren't events. So, but stickers were still being requested. So we're like, okay, let's start a sticker operation. And
You move where the business takes you.
yeah, and they're cousins to buttons. You know, it's like similar price, similar use. They're just small shareable items.
It's another way to tell a story.
Yeah. So our button production our sticker production has gotten so good. So Dan's who's in charge of that. Like, they're super great quality. Like, I'm very happy that we can offer as good with stickers as we can with buttons, even though we've been doing buttons for like 25 more years, you know.
All right. So the event, again, hot damn, we're 30. What I like about this, it seems representative of the kind of business you have.
Yeah, I was trying to make it like the hub that we are. There's so many different types, but types of organizations. So with Sharp Pins, do you know them? They're local. They're here in Logan Square even, and they're like around 20 years old. They're part of, like, Kai is in Lifeguard too. Okay. So they're huge GBV fans, like huge. I didn't even realize how big. They used to, like 4 years ago, they would have a GBV church on Sundays where they'd all get together and play GBV, like music, like, and record GBV songs or like make their own twists on them. And they're like carrying on the legacy of GBV. And then the Hentchmen are from Detroit, and I've been friends with them for 30 years. And they're like a Farfisa garage band from the 90s. And so that's like an old buddy. And then Leah is a great singer-songwriter, and I've been to a number of events, and I always encourage them to do sing-alongs. So she's going to do a sing-along, because there's something about when a lot of people are together and singing together. It's like magical, at least for me. And then 40 Plus Double Dutch, they're customers of ours, and I'm very excited to learn how to do double Dutch. They said anybody can do it. So they're going to do a little presentation of them doing it, and then they're going to show the audience how to do it. So people will be able to. And then DJ Ecstatic Logic is Catherine, she's worked here before, kind of a friend who has really deep cut tastes in music. It's like she knows her stuff, and she's been so into this for like her whole life. So
much fun. Okay, so if people want to go to Color Club, do they get tickets in advance? Do they just show up?
Yeah, tickets in advance is probably the best way to do it, because we're doing it as a fundraiser for Greater Chicago Food Depository. Awesome. So, like when you have a free event, like, 20% of people show up. And since we have this space, it'd be cool if we had it in the backyard, that would be fine. But since we have this space and we're planning for it, we were like, people need to pay so that, that they'll, so we were like, let's make it a fundraiser. Food scarcity is an issue right now, and as always, but like more. And they're such a great organization. Like there's so many like pantries that they fill, and so it's it's awesome. And our goal is to fundraise for 30,000 meals. 30 years, 30,000 meals.
The takeaways for me are community focused, being passionate about what you do, being passionate about people. These are all good lessons for anyway, whether you're an artist or a business person. These are all important lessons, and I think you're doing it right.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud of like what this became after 30 years. You know, it's like I never would have guessed.
Is there a secret other than just tenacity and belief in what you're doing?
Oh, I mean, I do think that, you know, when people say you should really love what you're doing, there are definitely times where that comes in handy. On the drag side of things. You're like, if I didn't like this so much, like this would suck. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What's the difference between stick-to-itiveness and tenacity?
I think they're synonyms.
They're synonyms. Yeah, and I think, I don't know, like, I really do like how we engage our customers. Like, I just love the people connection, and I love that we're part of this Logan Square community in Chicago, and helping nonprofits. Like, it just, I don't know, I like being in relationship with all these things.
Hey, you've tapped into something great. Well, thank you for doing this. We'll see you at Color Club on the 13th.
Thanks for coming.